Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's Ian from Peniglen Cabin Life. Good morning to everybody. Today I wanted to talk about a topic which is, can one man's voice reach out to many? Now I'm speaking about myself with this. You might have guessed that one. Yeah, let's alter this. Zoom in a bit. Oh, I was going the wrong way. Yeah, so for me, I live in, just in case any of you don't know, I live in an off-grid cabin if you're new to the channel. I live in Scotland. I have solar panels for electricity, and that's all I have electric-wise. I've got batteries in the bottom corner down there in a power station. I've got solar panels all over, and I've got some wind turbines I put up, some basic turbines. So that's a power supply. So that power feeds everything that I have, but I've still got to be careful, especially with winter. I've got a camera that's got power packs in it that charge up during the day while the solar's charging, and then I've got spotlights, which I'll lift one up now. I'm going to have to turn it off first so you can see it. There, I've got a basic spotlight there. Wait, that's that. And in the back of it, if you can see, I've got batteries that go in the back. Now they're rechargeable batteries. So what I did have at one time, I used to use a softbox, and I find that it was using quite a bit of power. So you've got to be careful with power when you live off grid. So I decided to go over to these, but I think I'm going to upgrade at some point and get a different system. They're alright, but I really could do with like another couple really to make it nice and bright. But I suppose it's okay if you can see me clearly. I've got a couple of lenses for my camera. I've got a wide angle lens, which is what this one is, and then there's a normal lens as well. I'm hoping to get a couple new lenses. I want to get the Canon 50mm, which they call the Nifty 50. I'm hoping to get hold of one of them at some point. I fancy one of them because what I can do with the Nifty 50, I can blur out the background and just have me on. I've seen a lot of channels that do it, and I found out it's the Nifty 50 that does that. So it's not a lot of money for that Nifty 50, so I won't mind getting that. If you notice as well, I have these bulbs for light. Now these bulbs have two settings, right? There's that one that's bright, and then that's a bit dimmer. Now I have them, what it is, if you have them on full, and I've got a lot in here, and if you have them on full it's like Wembley because there's so many of them. But if you put it on the dimmest setting, if you have it on full, sorry, then it's like Wembley, but the battery that's in it will only last what, 3-4 hours. But if you have it on the dim, then it lasts all night going into the next day until tea time. So inside here, these are ideal for off-gridders because I just have a rechargeable battery, AA battery that goes in. So what I do is I have a power pack that's down there connected to the solar, and then during the day the solar's charging up the batteries, these batteries, and then on a night when they're charged up at the end of the day when the sun's going down, I empty all these used empty batteries with the fresh ones that are full. So it's a complete switch every day, if that makes any sense. I didn't explain that well, but I know what I mean. So everything I have is like rechargeable batteries, no matter what it is. That way the solar then charges everything I've got up for night time. That's the idea behind it. And what I would say to you is, if there's people out there, and I know there's a lot of you, and it's really frightened you this with the pandemic, living in towns and cities, especially cities, and with the amount of people that's passed away because of coronavirus, then you're wanting to get, there's a big movement now to move away from the cities and the towns and come into the countryside. And a lot of people have always said over history that, oh, it's a lot harder to get a job in the countryside, there's no work. I'll be honest with you, there is work in the countryside. There's quite a lot of jobs if you're prepared to get yourself mucky and do a job. You see, I've got friends of mine that do a lot of internet work, and they've always said they can be anywhere in the world. If they've got an internet connection, they can be anywhere. And it's true that. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she was saying it doesn't matter to me where I am because, like I've just said, I can live anywhere. It don't matter. So if you do internet work, you can move in the countryside, you know. But like, there's always, I've mentioned before, there's loads of shoots in this area. There's shoots all over Scotland, and you can go beating. You don't shoot a bird while you're going beating. You picking up as well. If you've got a dog, you can go picking up beating as well. So you can make money doing that, and it's like £50 a day you get for going beating. So it's good money, and you get your lunch as well, and you're out in the countryside all day walking, getting fresh air in your lungs. You'll be surprised how many people do it. A lot of people do it when they're retired for a supplement to the pension. There's a lot in this area where there are older, mature people that do it, and they go beating 6-7 days a week, and the money they get, they put it towards the pension. So yeah, so there's lots of things you can do, but like, I don't know how to put this, it isn't just an off-grid life about living in a cabin. It's about learning how to work the land. It's like learning how to make the water supply work for you. It's like I have a well that's in my woodland, and it's pumped up to a well over there, and then it's pumped into here. Now, I'm lucky I've got a well, but also you need to grow vegetables. You need to grow your own food as well, so be self-sustainable. And also, I recommend that if you do decide to do it, you get some chickens, because you've got fresh eggs. There's nothing better than the taste of fresh eggs. Now, I haven't got any chickens at the moment because I had chickens last year and the fox got them. So I don't have any now, unfortunately. So I'm hoping to get some chickens this year as well, and I'm hoping to grow the veg like I said. So I bought my seeds in. I bought quite a lot of seeds in ready to grow. So, but I tell you something, I love this life. There's nothing better than going on your own land and chopping a tree down, and then just splitting it all up, getting the axe, splitting it, and then there's no better than putting it in your fire and burning it. You feel like you've accomplished something, you know. You could quite easily, if you lived in a house, turn on the switch, turn the immersion on, heat all everywhere up, put the radiators on and all that. You're conditioned to doing that. But the way I live, it's a basic way. I do buy coal in as well, and I have this year started mixing the wood with the coal to make the wood stretch more, because I didn't really get a chance last year to cut much wood really ready for winter. I've always been behind last year because I've concentrated on my extension on the front and all the other jobs. So, but I want to try and get a lot of work done at this place this year, and I've got quite a lot of mates that's going to come up and give me a hand when the lockdown's done. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's about it really. So what I would say to you is, if you are thinking of making a lifestyle change, you are thinking of getting away from the towns and the cities, I would recommend it to you. I've lived in towns before and I couldn't go back to it. I've always said this. I've lived up here now for about 9 years in Scotland, where I am now. And about 3 years ago, well, no, it'd be about 2 years ago, I went down to Bolton to my family's because my sister were getting married. And I went down, and I'll never forget it. I caught the coach, and I pulled up. The coach pulled up in Preston bus station. Jesus Christ! God, I've never seen nothing like it. I just couldn't believe it. the place looked run down and all the buildings were piling on each other type of thing. I felt closed in. It were awful. It were proper awful. I couldn't wait to get back up here. It's like now I take it for granted because I'm used to it. The fact that I'm surrounded by countryside. Like for me, it's 3/4 of a mile to my nearest neighbour, and I don't drive. I've said that on the channel before because I've got epilepsy, so I don't drive. So I get everything delivered. So I'm happy with that. So right, listen, go live in peace. I'm getting a bit tired. I'm going to go and have a kip, I think. So listen, stay safe, everybody. Stay well. And remember, don't ever forget, Dinky Doo. I'm going to be advertising the prize draw tomorrow, so look out for the video. Everyone stay safe.